So I think, yeah, people are coming in now, so I'm going to start the presentation. I hope everybody's really well this morning and welcome to Daytona Beach. We're all about wide open spaces and wide open fun. So when you reach Daytona Beach, we have 23 miles of glorious sandy beach to explore. We're on the east coast of Florida, just an hour from Orlando. And when you get there, as I said, there is this glorious sandy beach to explore. Most excitingly, in the last 5 years, we've had a $2 billion investment in the area. So there's lots been going on in terms of new hotels, attractions, and lots of other activity that has taken place as well. So lots going on, which I'll come on to in a minute. So in terms of where we're located, you can see here that Daytona Beach is on the east coast of Florida. We are just that easy hour's drive from the theme parks. You can also be in Kennedy Space Center in just over an hour, which is 61 miles away to be precise. So very, very well located and great for families who are looking to not go too far when they're reaching the beach. So we are about family-friendly beach fun. There's so much to do in the area. With this 23-mile beach, obviously we've got the amazing ocean, and a lot of the hotels are beachfront as well. There's lots, as the sand is flat packed, it means that you can do lots of activities like cycling and running, etc. But lots of family fun to have there. Recently, there's been, in the last 5 years, $2 billion worth of investment, as I said, in the area. So that has been lots of new hotels and attractions opening. We've also had the reimagining of Daytona Beach's boardwalk along the beachfront, as well as a $400 million investment and upgrade of the International Speedway as well. Pictured up the bottom right there is One Daytona, which has also opened. It's a premier retail, dining and entertainment district. We have over 200 accommodations in the area, or 12,000 hotel rooms. That equates to about 12,000 hotel rooms. On the top left there is the Daytona, which is a Marriott Autograph hotel, which is a new hotel. That's in that One Daytona area I was just showing you a second ago. But it's all racing themed, so extremely cool. But there's everything from sort of bed and breakfast and even campgrounds up to 4-star properties. And as I mentioned before, because we've got this 23-mile beach, a lot of them are beachfront as well. So you have the benefit of usually having a pool outside the hotels at the back, and then you can step down on the beach. So it's the best of both worlds. At the end of this year, towards the end, date to be confirmed, but opening is the Daytona Grand, which is a 450-bedroom luxury oceanfront resort that will be opening. We've also had the fantastic Hard Rock Daytona Beach, which opened as well, which is a 200-bedroom, 4-star luxury property. There's more hotels opening in the near future, which we'll announce as and when we have more on those. But other hotels that have opened include the Delta by Marriott, the Residence Inn, and the Hilton Garden Inn as well. Now, we are all about this wide open fun. We have so much space to explore, and the ocean is a very important part of that. So you can do all these different activities. You can go jet skiing, paddle boarding, surfing is big in the area as well, and some great places to explore too, such as our lighthouse and art museum, which is a picture from that at the bottom there. The Daytona Lagoon Premier Water Park has also undergone improvements. Back in 2019, it had $1.5 million spent on it. That's included a new wave pool, arcade games, and a couple of new water slides within there as well. We also have mini golf, go-karts, and indoor ropes. They're indoor in the park as well. So there is that ropes course there as well. So that's well worth visiting. So we mentioned the outdoor adventure. So other things that we've got include the Daytona Beach zipline adventure, Screamers Park as well, which is thrill rides. There's also two new rides there, the Slingshot and the Vomitron. But other activities you can do include fishing, boating, paddle boarding, kayaking, sailing, hiking and biking. And there's so much more as well. We have lots of other attractions to explore in the area, one of which, and one of my personal favourites, is the Marine Science Centre. This is located in the Ponce Inlet area, and it really is a fantastic place to visit with the family. It's a very hands-on experience, so you can do things like stroke stingrays. There's weird and wonderful creatures of the sea that you see in the tanks there as well. And it's also the largest rehabilitation centre for injured wildlife on the East Coast. So there's lots of turtles and other bird life and wildlife being nursed back to health. So that's great to see as well. And they are released into the ocean, so it ends in a happy story normally. But yeah, just $5 to get in there as well, and $2 for children. So that's open all week as well. And then if you want to see a true American game, go and catch a baseball match at the Jackie Robinson Ballpark. So you can do that too, which is also very good. There's also arts, culture and history in the area. We have the amazing C.C. and Hyatt Brown Museum of Art. In the Museum of Art, we've actually got the largest display of Floridian art anywhere in the world. It really is a spectacular building when you walk in, and it houses some fantastic artwork from all eras from, you know, back a couple of hundred years ago to present day. And there's amazing sort of walls that are taken up from landscapes of all the scenery in Florida as well. I mentioned a visit to the Ponce Inlet Lighthouse, which is great if you can climb to the top of there and get a fantastic view. And there's also the Museum of Art and Sciences, to name a few as well. So lots to do in the area. Then down at the Ponce Inlet, so as I mentioned, this is where the lighthouse is. So the Ponce Inlet, as you can see from that picture there, it's a really good map of, well, really good picture actually of Daytona Beach, because it shows the layout of the area. So on the east there you have the ocean, and on the west you have the Halifax River. So you can actually get water taxis which take you up Daytona, towards Daytona, the centre of Daytona, and get off the boat further up. But it shows it's very long and thin, and with that amazing 23-mile beach. From the Ponce Inlet, this is actually a community which has some great little restaurants as well, which are great. They're waterfront restaurants, but you can also get boat trips out to see dolphins and manatees in season, which is a fantastic thing to do. Whenever I've been out on a boat trip, I've seen dozens of dolphins. It really is fantastic, so I'd really recommend that. And some amazing bird life as well. You can also hire surfing and other equipment, paddle boarding and fishing equipment if you wanted to in this area. But this is why it's quite good to have a car, because this is, you know, a little way from the centre, so you can easily drive out and get to areas like this, which are very different to the centre of Daytona Beach. And of course, we have our amazing Daytona International Speedway, which we're famed for. So within that, you can actually do tours of the Speedway, which lasts 60 minutes, and it really is a spectacular stadium to see. Or if you're a lot braver and want a bit of an adrenaline buzz, you could try the NASCAR racing experience, which is a 2.5-mile circuit. You're either driven by a driver, or you can choose to zoom round in a vehicle yourself, depending on how brave you are, as I said. You can also visit the museum, the Motorsports Hall of Fame, which is fantastic. It's got stock cars, motorcycles, drag racing. It also celebrates land speed records, aviation and power boating. So again, a great thing to visit there. So we do have all this racing heritage in the area. We are renowned for our racing heritage. And this is where it all began. So this is a picture back in the sort of 1920s when all the cars used to zoom up the beach, and they could do that because, as I said, the sand is very flat packed, so you can drive on it. So the cars used to zoom up to this north turn where all the spectators were there, and you can imagine it was a spectacle to behold, seeing all these cars zooming past. And a few land speed records were set back in that era as well on the beach, including from Sir Malcolm Campbell, who broke the land speed record. He did it at 276.7 miles per hour in his Bluebird 5. And you can actually see that car as well in the Hall of Fame at the International Speedway. I also mentioned One Daytona. This is the area across from the International Speedway, and this is a brand new area as well. So it's a new world-class entertainment, dining, and dining district. You've got lots of entertainment in there. There's arcades. They have music in the evening, so you can go in the daytime. There's some great shops as well, and there's also a couple of new hotels in there. I mentioned the Daytona, which is a racing themed hotel, or the Fairfield Inn and Suites is also located there too. And then golf. We have some amazing golf courses. We've actually got over 20 golf courses, and we're actually ranked one of the top 15 places to play in the USA. We're headquarters to the Ladies PGA, which, if you know anything about golf, is a pretty big deal. But there is actually an LPGA international course where the professionals actually play. So, and the golfers love this area because you've got the best of both worlds. You've got Daytona Beach with all its restaurants, bar, and obviously amazing beach. And then just a stone's throw away are these fantastic world-class golf courses. We also have fantastic year-round weather, which means that golfers can also play year-round, and it does attract all-round golfing too. Then shopping, of course, we have lots of shops because our area is quite big. All districts offer something different. So everything from your malls like the Volusia Mall to the Tandra outlets, which is 75 national brand name and designer outlets. And then we have the Mediterranean themed Trail Shopping Centre, which has some popular eateries and shops within there as well. Or you can hang out at some of the restaurants. We've got food from all over the world. Everything from very laid-back Krabby Joe's, where you can literally turn up in a pair of flip-flops and a sarong, eat these amazing burgers that they do, and some fantastic salads. That's actually a pier out to the sea where you can watch the surfers and all the paddle boarders. To some more sort of upmarket dineries, but there's a really good array to suit everybody in terms of restaurants. And we've got a couple of new restaurants that have opened, including Mama Fufu and Big Tuna's Beach Bar and Grill as well. Also, as you can see pictured there, is the Daytona Beach Ale Trail, which is a couple of dozen breweries, tap rooms and distilleries. So that is also well worth a look in as you're in the area. And that is it from me. So thank you so much for listening from Daytona Beach, the world's most famous beach. We have some great resources, actually, which if you go into our room, we've got a video which you can watch, the trade video. And then we've got a visitor's guide and some of the resources on there as well, if you wanted to take a look at those. So thank you so much for listening.
Thank you very much, Sarah. Great to hear
Hello.
about Daytona Beach. Hi, can you see me?
Hi.
Hi, thank you. Great to hear about Daytona Beach. We do have, so yes, anyone has any questions, please put them in the chat function and I'll put them to Sarah now. We've had one in from Sarah. She's asking, when is the best time to see dolphins?
Well, actually, I've been a few times in the year, and they're kind of there all year round, really. But you do tend to get them coming in for the warmer weather, so there's quite a lot in so the summer months. But I have been in January, and we had some amazing sightings then as well. So yes, all year round really is good. Manatees come in for the warm water as well, so that can be a little bit more seasonal.
Okay, great. And one thing I was wondering is how long is the Daytona Beach Ale Trail, and how long would you recommend spending on it?
Well, it's lots of different distilleries, so it really depends how many you want to take in. But I mean, it would take quite a few hours to get through all of them, and depending how long you spend at each. But I would definitely recommend leaving sort of a few hours aside to go around and explore those if you can.
Okay. And in terms of other Floridian destinations that agents and their customers might want to visit with Daytona Beach, what would you recommend if they were looking for a twin center or multi-center holiday that incorporated Daytona Beach? What other destinations?
Yeah, sure. Well, we're typically twin centered with Orlando and the area around there. So a lot of people will do that, week at Disney and the theme parks, and then come over to us. So it's a really perfect twinning to do that. But of course, a lot of people are exploring the West Coast as well. So as you saw from the presentation, we're just a stone's throw away from the Kennedy Space Center. So a lot of people do choose to travel up that East Coast as well, and come up to Daytona Beach.
Okay. And I know you mentioned a lot of hotels and new developments in your presentation there. I was just wondering, as Orlando is and that area of Florida is so popular with families, which hotels would you recommend as being the best for agents who have families that are traveling?
Yeah, okay. So we've got a really wide array of hotels. So everything from very boutique style. So like the Streamline Hotel, which is where NASCAR was originally founded, actually. But so depending on what people are looking at, if they wanted a smaller experience, they might stay somewhere like that, or the Shores, which is a beautiful beachfront property again. The Hard Rock is a lot of fun, actually, and they do cater really well for families there too. And then you've got some of our bigger properties like the Hilton, which again is beachfront pretty much everywhere. A lot of the hotels are too. Or the Hilton Garden Inn, which is a more boutique style property. But they all welcome families. So it really depends on budgets and what you are looking for.
Okay, great. And does Daytona Beach have any annual events that agents could use as a hook to tie an itinerary around?
Yeah, so well, I would firstly, obviously, go through to the International Speedway because there's a lot of events year round, not just racing. I mean, the main racing events really are the first quarter. So we have things like the Daytona 500. So there's some massive racing events which do attract a lot of people. So you could definitely, for motoring enthusiasts, package that in. But there's also at this Speedway, they do concerts all year round as well. There's food festivals. So we do actually have a full events calendar on our website. With lots going on, so you can pretty much offer anything from music, through to food and lots of other things as well.
Okay, great, thank you. Kathleen has just said she loves Bike Fest, so that must be one of the ones.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. I haven't actually done Bike Fest, actually. We haven't been over there when it's been on, but I see a lot of pictures from all my friends on Facebook, and it looks fantastic, actually. But I know it's a really good buzz as well. Good buzz to the place.
Lovely. Thank you very much. I think that's all about the time we've got for you today. Don't forget for everyone watching to answer the questions in the polls tab before hopping over to Florida Keys and Key West in Training Room 3. We're starting very shortly. Thank you, Sarah, for joining us.
Thank you so much for listening, everybody.